Yo, what's happening, guys? Oscar here. So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about how I personally actually started to make money online. Because it wasn't, that linear. It wasn't that straightforward, to be honest. It was a lot of commitment, a lot of resistance, and overall, just yeah, a journey that could have been a lot more simple, but I wouldn't change it for anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm still so fucking young and I'm still doing what most people are not willing to do, anyways. So it started off actually with me, dropping out of school very, very early. I went to like 14 different elementary schools alone. That was never really my thing at all. I then got into working full time around 15 as a chef and actually just been working ever since. But at the point, I had so much to work on personally. Of course, I was 15 years old, like everybody has. So I was just kind of going with the flow, making money, trying to be like other people, like normal people, like, grown up people. And I did that for a couple of years. Was working so hard, like 12, 14 hour shifts every single day. Wasn't making any money at all, but that really developed my work ethic. But I was enjoying it in the moment, but long term, when I was looking at chefs who were 10, 15 years ahead of me, I thought, damn, I gotta create a fucking better reality for myself than that. Like, that can't be my reality. Um, so, at like 17 or 18, I fucking committed and I quit my job. I started my business, then did that for a couple months, which was a fitness coaching company as well as a cleaning company. And then I quit like a couple months after, still had no clients, no revenue, no nothing. Or I had a couple clients in the fitness business, but it was nothing at all. So, all I had was really just my determination and my commitment to it. So I quit. I had a bit of savings, like 7K saved up, and I was just all in doing like 150 cold calls every day, just fucking grinding on the business. Um, I then invested like 5K into a mentorship, which put me in a position where I just, had to make some money. I had to make it work. Um, didn't really ever get it to work, but got to meet a lot of people there that was so beneficial to my network and to where I'm at today. So from there on, I was just grinding for months, and I even had to go back to work as a chef for some time, um, just for a couple of weeks. But that was so shit, man. That was just like I had to just get a job ASAP, and it was so shit. And I then quit a bit after. From there on, kept grinding, and this is like what, half a year after I started my business, where I've been off work for a couple of months. I then invested into another mentor who was going to teach me sales, and that was 7K or 8K dollars total, and I had like less than $1,000 in my account at that time. And I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm all in. I'll leave what I have as a deposit, and then I'll have 6 months to actually make these money and start the program. So I did, and I'm a man of my word. I say and I fucking do. So I took 6 months, and I was just grinding. Nothing happened. Nothing, no revenue, no nothing. Just me and my fucking determination again. A lot of doubt in that process, a lot of resistance, but I kept on going. And I think this is where a lot of people they stop, right? This is when the magic happens. Trust me. Um, because it's really hard to keep going when you can't really see the end goal. You can't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, or whatever it's called in English. Um, but this is when the magic happened again, because I was in a position then 4 months later, or 3.5 months later, after I left that deposit, and I still had no money saved up. I was in minus at this point. I had no money at all. It was fucked basically. And I was like, how am I gonna make this money? I signed the contract, left the deposit, had to make it fucking work. And this is actually, again, where the magic happened, because at this point, one guy from my network, also from the program I invested into, he actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, bro, do you want to become a closer here?" And I was like, I didn't even know what it was. All I knew is that I could make some money and it was online. So I just said, yes, let's fucking go. Had to make it work one way or another. And I couldn't even, like, if I went back to work as a chef at this point, I wouldn't even be able to make those $8,000 or $7,000 in that time period I had until I had to pay off the money to that mentor. Um, so I then got into sales, had my first call ever, and closed her 4K paid in full, first call ever. And I barely even knew what I was selling. So I was like, okay, damn, something, there's something about this, right? And already at that point, I almost made more money than I made in the last fucking 9 months or so. So, yeah, from there on, I was just going all in. I quit the fucking agency I had. Yeah, I didn't even mention that, but I closed the fitness coaching, cleaning company as well, and went all in on a marketing agency. Did that for a long time. Again, no success, no nothing. I was just grinding. So I quit that, and this is around June 2024. So it's not even that long ago. Um, like 8 or 9 months ago. And from there on, I've just been all in on sales. Made like, I don't know, 3 or 4K in my first month, and actually got to pay off those 7K within the time frame I had. So from June, at the end of June, this was like 21st of June or something. I went all in on high ticket sales, and then the 1st of September, I paid off the full amount of $7,000. It is. Um, and honestly, that feeling, like, bro, that was fucking crazy because, one thing is, I found my vehicle. I found what I really love. I love to fucking do high ticket sales. I love to take calls. I love to help people in the way I help people. And I got to pay off that dude and, got some sales training there as well. It was shit, but I guess you live and you learn, right? But the most important is just that I put myself in a position where I had my back against the wall. And I had to work. I had to commit. I had to make it fucking work one way or another. And I did. That's the magic. So that's the magic that most of you are looking for. Um, but you never really find it because you're not committed enough. You don't have the balls to say, I'm fucking all in. I don't care. You always have that little plan B in your mind, or you always have that little, thought of just quitting or going back to work in a normal job. But bro, you have to let go of that. You have to fucking let the universe know that you are this guy. You're gonna make it work one way or another. And then, yeah, from there on, you will make it work. So yeah, guys, from there on, like, even, actually the month after, so October, I moved to Thailand. Even though I had like no savings at this point, I knew I could make an income online. So again, I put my back against the wall, moved, had the best month in high ticket sales in October. And since that, I've just been living out here in Thailand. So for the past 6 months, and I fucking love it. Life is so good, man. Life is so good here. I have the freedom. This is the life I fucking envisioned when I started about 2 years ago, guys. So I hope this can fucking inspire you because I'm not that different. I'm not that intelligent. I'm just more committed. And this is only the beginning. I'm not even close to where I want to be. I've just found out what works for me. I'm in the vehicle that has allowed me to have location freedom and to build such a strong foundation for my whole life and my whole career as an entrepreneur, which is high ticket sales. And guys, I'll go a bit more in depth with high ticket sales on this channel just because I love it. I'm so passionate about it. I think it's the fucking greatest skill you could ever learn as a young man or a young woman actually trying to achieve in life. So, guys, I hope that this could inspire you and again let you know wherever you are in the journey. If you're working a normal job, if you're working on your own business, but things are going against you and there's a lot of resistance, or even if you have your back against the wall, wherever you might be right now, bro, I'm telling you, if you just keep going, if you stay as committed as possible, things will come your way, right? So I hope that makes sense. And yeah, I'll be posting a bit more here on YouTube for you guys. Been a bit confused about my content strategy, if I even wanted to do content, all that, but I don't really see what I can lose from actually doing content, I also kind of enjoy it. So yeah, see you guys.